Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Betty Sam Podcast. So today we have Queen Udo who is going to help us deliberate on a very important topic. Why do pastors like sleeping with his members? Both the married one and the single one. And who is to be blamed? Is it the women or the pastor? So Queen Udo, what do you think about pastors sleeping with his members? Both the married one and the single one. And who do you think is to be blamed? Is it the pastor or the women?
Oh my god, this is even so disgusting. Whew, pastors sleeping with. Okay, first of all, I will say that both parties are to be blamed because as a lady, right? If a man comes to you, let's even say that even the Bible already says, woe unto a person that causes another person to fall, right? And now this is a man of God. A man of God needs support. A man of God needs prayers because these people are the people that the devil fights the more.
Yeah.
Do you get? Just for them to fall in one way or the other out of the word that they preach. But in a particular aspect where a lady like me will agree to sleep with a pastor, like it sounds somehow like it sounds insane.
Knowing that this is my pastor
this is
and
my
he's married.
It is my part. Not just, even if it is not my pastor, even if you are not my pastor, I cannot sleep with a pastor.
Okay.
Unless maybe I'm married to that pastor. But aside that, I cannot sleep. See, if a pastor comes to you, maybe as his member in church, and start acting funny, right? You have a right to say no.
Of course, as a woman.
You have, as a woman, you have a right to say no, sir. You know why I say that? Because if you don't say no, if a pastor asks you or asks to sleep with you and you don't say no, you don't even drag it, like you don't, it looks as if you have been anticipating his move.
Yeah.
In the secret, it's what you have been praying for. Oh God, let this man notice me. Let him just talk to me once. Oh, I'm feeling you have been lusting after this man. Because how on earth will you sleep with? Oh my God. See, please. Oh, it sounds somehow.
Okay, now let's talk about this late pastor in New York. Have you seen this pastor that committed suicide? I think because let's talk about this news that is making wave on the internet about a certain pastor in Uyo, Pastor Ross and Mike. I think so. They said he was allegedly sleeping with his minister's wives and other members of his church. What do you think about it? Do you think him committing suicide is better?
Oh my God. At first, when I listened to that voice note, some people will say, I have the voice note, I have the video, I have this, just to catch cruise. But to be sincere, I have the voice note. I have listened about it, or to the voice note.
Okay.
Sorry. What I heard wasn't sounding good. And some people are coming to say, oh, the man is late, we should, he's not alive to defend himself. Let's call a spade a spade. 2 or 3 people cannot accuse one person for nothing, right? So
I think so.
Yeah. So even if it was right, him killing himself wasn't right.
It won't help him. It
will not. You're making the matter worse because even the life he took isn't his. So why taking the life that you cannot create?
Where is it going now?
That is the thing, and people, like, I wasn't even in his friend on social media, but according to, there's this love that you people has amongst themselves. In fact, they almost know everybody in Uyo. Even as I am in Lagos, I still follow up, so I know and I see a lot of things that goes on. Seriously, you sleeping with your, I am not concluding
Now,
because
are you blaming the pastor for sleeping with his ministers' wives, or you are blaming the women for sleeping with their pastor, even knowing, after knowing that, okay, I am married, and then they still went ahead and sleep with the pastor?
sin is sin.
Okay.
Do you get? Sin is sin. There is no greater sin. There is no smaller sin. Every sin is the same. Is in the same level before God. I am not blaming the women. I am not blaming the pastor. But sin is sin. If this man actually did this, it wasn't right. You're married. He was married. He was married. It's not like you're single. If you're preaching to the youth, if you're preaching to your members, and you go behind them to do this,
after you preach about fornication,
yes, don't you even respect the name God that you call on that altar, on that pulpit? Don't you respect your wife in the same church?
Your name as a man of God.
Why? And it really pains me that this is coming out now that he's no more.
Late already.
It's painful. He shouldn't have taken his life. That wasn't a solution.
I wonder where he's going.
I cannot say because I'm not a gatekeeper in both in either of those places, you understand? But you taking a life that isn't yours is not a solution to in fact, you're not judging. Some people are saying he's judging himself already, that God will not judge him again.
Who said God will not judge him again?
Are you an assistant judge to God?
Or probably a registrar?
Can you create life? You cannot create life, so you don't own your life. God owns it. He should have allowed the purpose of God in his life to come to pass. Okay. There is no sin that God does not forgive. We know of a popular minister in this Nigeria that is late now. I don't want to mention name, but a lot of you guys must have known him. This same thing happened. Right? He came out on social media, on Instagram.
Wow.
He apologized to the people. He apologized to his wife. He apologized to God.
And he did not take his life because of that.
It was even death that later came to him to take him after that. Now, do you think that God will not forgive such a man that knew that he was wrong and asked for forgiveness, not taking life? He was afraid for people to call him out. So that means you respect your own person more than God's.
See, I understand that a lot of people cannot carry this thing. They don't have this grace.
It's not.
Because you don't know how much it was dragged. I am never going to blame the pastor. Trust me. You as a married woman, my own opinion.
Even a single lady, not just married.
No, me, I am talking about the married ones now. You are married and you cannot even respect yourself. You can't, even if you cannot respect yourself, you can't respect your own husband that paid your bride price. You went ahead sleeping. I don't know how handsome the man of God was. I don't know if he was the one seducing you or you were the one seducing him to sleep with you. But as a married woman, it is very wrong for you to sleep with another man, not even a pastor. I'm not talking about the pastor now. Sleeping with another man.
Okay.
Adultery is a no-no
area,
right? If I don't know if it was those women that seduced the pastor or it was the pastor that seduced them, all the same, as a married woman, you're not supposed to cheat on your husband. Now, for the single ones, you have every right to tell your pastor, Oga, I know they do this thing.
Pastors are human, so they're not angels.
Yes, and devil
pastors are not
them
angels.
A lot.
They are humans.
Them a lot.
blood is
So,
running through their veins.
It is in your own this thing now to tell the pastor, Oga, what did they preach for us? They preach about fornication and you are telling me to fornicate. So I'm not doing it, right?
Now let me say this quickly. I was in this shoe years ago.
Even me, I've had like 3 encounters with pastors.
Okay, if not all women have encountered this. That was in year 2013. Okay, this pastor that I respected so much invited me to his house. You might say, what did you go to his house to do? Well, I was naive. I didn't have a thought of going there to sleep with him. So I got there eventually. And he didn't even take me to his house. He took me to his friend's house. So in that his friend's house, I was seated in the sitting room, pressing my phone. Pastor has already excused himself inside the bedroom. So a few minutes, he called me. Please come. I went in. I saw this man stark naked, like the way God created him. You know, see what I saw. This man was okay. He's not was because he's still alive. He might even be watching this podcast. This man is tall. Okay. He's huge. He's dark. You know that type that women will say black man. Sure you get. Mm-hmm. I saw something that I've never collected in my, even if I used to collect, not that type.
Did you hear that?
Not that type. So I was like, Jesus, I shouted. Because what came to my mind first was, Pastor, you get, why are you doing this? I did not. To God who made me, I did not. I started rebuking this man of God. I started rebuking. I said, sir, if you're the one doing this, how would you come on pulpit on Sunday and start preaching? Like, what would you preach? You ever praise the Lord? This that. Why would you?
He might even come and be preaching fornication that day.
How would you keep your face to preach to the congregation?
Una dey trust pastors.
You get. I started talking to him. I started with because I knew that spirit was not actually. I was naive, but even as I was naive. I know where I come from, right? I'm from a Christian family. I know the Bible. I can tell you, yes, I know the Bible. So no man will tell me anything out of the Bible or convince me. You cannot. Even if you say Jesus said I should do this to you in this way, I know my God. My God doesn't talk trash. I began to rebuke this man. So that thing that I saw that was standing like a tuber of yam began to go down, gradually go down. It went down completely. And this man went on his knees and said, please, I am sorry. It's the work of the devil. Please don't tell anybody in church. I said, I will not tell. But what I want you to do for me now is for you to just take me back to the park. I was scared. I was scared in another dimension. The friend should not join him in raping me. Because in that area, I didn't even know that area. Yes, you can crucify me that what did I go to? A man of God. It's you, anybody can go to. It's now that I know better.
That is it. No,
I know better
you didn't
now.
even think of that kind of thing.
Yes, I was naive. I didn't know because I trusted. This man made me trust him so much then. So now I know better.
So you see, you have the power to tell him, sir, I don't want to do this.
Every woman.
Even my own. I was a child, in fact. I was just a teenager that was growing then. That man has the guts to ask me, are you still a virgin? I hope no one has touched you. I said, closer. Oh, so this man wanted to be the first man. And he was old enough to be my grandfather. He was 60-something years at that time. And his grandchild was my friend. We were age group as at then. So my dear sisters in Christ, now we they make pastors sleep with us.
Let's
because if you don't agree, it will not force you.
Yes.
Please.
Even this man, help them. This pastor that we are talking about did not force any woman
you see
in that church.
He did it willingly.
If at all it happened, he did not force anybody.
He did not force them, yes.
He only said, I like you. Can we do? Or even if he did not say, he
might
might
not
even
even-
convince you, you know, men.
Yes.
That's why I said in the other podcast, men are men. They have their ways
They are
around.
human.
The way to tell you and you just melt. Oh, madam, don't melt. Not be every man.
I wish
go
this
melt
man is
for.
alive
I
to
wish.
see this. I wish he did not take his life, because
He
taking
shouldn't
his
have.
life would not change the past. Taking his
shouldn't
life
have. He shouldn't
would not
have.
even. In fact,
In
it won't
fact,
change.
good.
But women, please, let's help these men of
women,
God.
remember, woe unto
God.
those that causes another man to fall.
fall.
Do not be a pathway
Please, don't be
to
someone's
destruction.
downfall.
Please.
That's it.
It's not
Please.
good.
Especially the married ones.
Please.
How will you face your husband after cheating on him?
We should be praying for our pastors, not sleeping
Sleeping
with
with them,
because
helping
they are
them to
humans
sin.
too. Intercede on their
Please,
behalf.
let's stop this. Married
Even
ones.
if the sleeping with women are their weaknesses,
Let's help them to
let's
strengthen them.
be their
When they come
strength.
like that,
We pray.
tell him, say,
Rebuke that thing,
"Pastor,
because if you
this is
rebuke,
not
you will see
you.
that
I
that
know
thing
it's
will
not you."
Yes, that spirit
You
will
understand?
flee. The
Just
spirit
say,
will flee immediately.
Pastor, I know it's not you. Please stop this. It is not you. What will you tell me on the pulpit? What will you preach to other people?
well.
So this is the end of this podcast today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you comment, share, and like. Share it,
Yes.
guys, so that other ladies, other women out there will see. Let us keep helping our pastors. Thank you very much. See you on the next episode.